Helen, very slightly cooler today, but
even more so on the way. Absolutely, Rita. Yes, it has freshened a little for many today away from the southeast where heat wave conditions continue. But there is, as we know, a warning of extreme heat, an amber warning from the Met Office, because we're expecting even higher temperatures as we work our way through the weekend and into the early part of next week. Widespread impacts on health and the infrastructure. So that's one to watch. But thereafter, as that high pressure builds and we start to pick our winds up from the south instead, look how the heat develops here Monday and possibly peaking into Tuesday now. So a reminder of that area, because as I say, it will have widespread impacts with the likes of heat stroke and heat stress becoming a concern for many as temperatures push into the mid 30s, possibly pushing into the high 30s. It is exceptional heat. That's potentially record breaking heat across England and Wales. But even though not as exceptional for Scotland and Northern Ireland, temperatures are still going to be high and to be uncomfortable by day and night. Rita.
OK, thank you. Helen.
Well, it's clearly another hot day. So here's Elizabeth with all the details.
Hello, good afternoon. Temperatures in St James's Park in central London last night didn't drop below 22 degrees Celsius. That's what we would term a tropical night. Now, the good news is it will be feeling fresher in the next few nights to come. Also a little cooler by day before temperatures soar again, particularly through the second half of the weekend. They'll peak early next week, probably on Tuesday. And of course, there is that Met Office weather warning in place for extreme heat that's valid from Sunday right through till Monday and Tuesday as well. By Saturday, it's starting to feel warmer, those temperatures rising again. The tropical nights will return at the end of the week.
37 next week. Wow. Well, that's all from the lunch team. Thanks for joining us. Have a lovely afternoon and keep cool. Bye for now.
Sally is here. Now, Sally, we're talking about the hot weather. Some people are struggling, but we haven't even seen the hottest day yet, have we?
No, we've had about 29 degrees today. It's a tiny bit cooler than yesterday, but it's going to go crazy. I was just watching those pictures of the carnival thinking, like, goodness, it isn't this weekend. Can you imagine wearing one of those dresses and head things in plus 30
would be
degrees?
Rather hot.
I don't think it's made of linen, is it? Anyway, do you know I said we might have a tropical night last night where the temperature is above 20 degrees? We did.
It felt like
James's
it.
Park. Yeah, never got below 21.5. It won't be quite that bad tonight. Let's take a look. Here we go. Well, if you thought you were hot today, spare a thought for those in rather thick uniforms. Wow, but at least it gets the beautiful super bloom to enjoy. Now, slightly less hot tonight and tomorrow, although still very warm. More sunshine around tomorrow, all being well, and that heat building as we go through the weekend. Just a reminder that we've got this extreme heat warning in place from Sunday now through until Tuesday, and we'll probably get the peak of those temperatures at the moment, it's looking like, on Tuesday, but it's a bit changeable. We'll let you know. No real change on the pollen front. Settled weather equals high levels over the next few days. And of course, it's grass and weed pollen and a bit of lime and sweet chestnut and nettle pollen too. That's your forecast for now.
Now I'm going to show you what happens next. There's a lot going on this chart, but focus on this area here, an area of low pressure to the west of Iberia. The winds circulating in an anti-clockwise direction. As that low shifts northwards, it acts as a heat pump. It pumps that hot air northwards in our direction. The heat peaking around Monday or Tuesday, with temperatures likely to get into the mid to possibly high 30s Celsius. Hence, this Met Office amber extreme heat warning already in force from Sunday through to Tuesday. The heat could well cause some health problems and some disruption as well. Now, the highest temperature today was close to the south coast, close to 30 degrees, despite a band of cloud. Now, that doesn't look like much on the chart, but this is actually quite an important band of cloud. It's a weather front. Behind it, we're into some slightly cooler, fresher air for the time being. What it means is that tonight should be a little more comfortable for sleeping than last night. Last night, some of us held up into the 20s. Tonight, 10 to 16 degrees. It's as we head through the weekend that those temperatures begin to climb, even across the northern half of the UK. Scotland and Northern Ireland into the middle 20s through Monday and Tuesday. Northern England, middle 30s, 35 quite possible there in Leeds. Further south, well, I'll show you the forecast for Heathrow as an example. 37 on our graphics here. There is a chance that we could get pretty close to or even break the all-time UK temperature record. So some exceptionally high temperatures on the way. Sophie.
Wow, Ben, thank you.
Hi there, Assad. Thank you. Good evening. I think we've got a fighting chance of getting to see that supermoon tonight because while we have had a fair amount of cloud in the sky at times today, that should be pushing away southwards to leave largely clear skies overnight. Today hasn't been quite as hot as the last few. We saw temperatures up around 28 degrees, and that hot weather is set to stay and indeed intensify. So the Met Office has issued this amber warning for extreme heat from Sunday through until Tuesday. Especially through Monday and Tuesday, there's the potential that we could see temperatures getting into the mid to possibly the high 30s, 35 to maybe 37 degrees. There's a chance, a small chance, we could break the all-time UK temperature record. Assad.
Yeah, we'll keep a close eye on that. Thanks very much for that, Ben.
Temperatures a little bit more bearable today, that despite the heat wave warnings in place. Well, Alex is over at Regent's Park for us tonight. There's obviously concern, weather-wise, about later on this week, isn't there, Alex? But are temperatures cooler at the moment?
Charlene, here in Regent's Park, they certainly are pretty much perfect. It is on the cooler side, and actually when we're in a heat wave, the safest time of day to come out and enjoy the fine weather is very early in the morning into late morning, and then towards the end of the day. And I can tell you that when we arrived in Regent's Park earlier today, it was very quiet indeed, but it really has started to fill up as the sun has started to ease off. But as we know, we have not reached the peak of the heat, and it is changing a little bit actually. On the programme last night, I was talking about the extreme heat warning issued by the Met Office being extended into Monday, but today they have decided to extend it into Tuesday now, and that's because there are some changes. We're expecting that heat to build a little slower. In fact, if we take a look at the air mass chart, you can see that very hot air is going to build in as we get through later in Sunday into Monday and Tuesday, and that's when we could see those temperatures in the mid to high 30s, which will be debilitating, not just for those of us that have health conditions, but all of us could be at risk, say, for sunstroke. So you really will need to go careful. As I mentioned before, Regent's Park was a little quieter earlier today, but it certainly was pretty fine. There were even a couple of people sunbathing. I really do hope they were using their suntan lotion. But as I say, cooler over the next couple of days, but the heat will build back in. Let's take a look at the details right now. Well, it certainly is going to be noticeably cooler for most of us as we head into tonight, which will be welcome news. It has been pretty uncomfortable, particularly in the south over the last few nights. Do expect a few showers as we head into tomorrow across northern parts, but further south there'll be plenty of very warm sunshine yet again. Well, that's how it's looking in Regent's Park this evening. Pretty fine here at the moment, but as I say, we still need to keep a watchful eye on the forecast as we head through. Back to you, Charlene.
All right, thanks, Alex.